Hi, welcome to Bill Cooks. I'm Bill Cook. Today I'm making a video I never wanted to make. You made me make, not you, I mean the world made me make this video. It's the stupidest thing, but for some reason the world is stupid. I don't know if you've been outside lately. Stupid. Anyways, I'm here to do my part to end stupidity. It's gonna be hard. I think if we all band together, we can do this. Today the stupidity is a sandwich. It's a simple sandwich. It's not hard, it's not rocket surgery. It's an Italian sandwich. The hoagie, the submarine, the simplest sandwich there should be. It's meat, it's veggies, it's bread. Put a little stuff on it. This should not be hard, folks. Why is this so hard? The reason I'm making this video is because my wife and I went out to lunch. Went to an Italian restaurant. Apparently one of the nicest Italian restaurants around us. And I ordered for lunch the Italian sandwich. There are pictures of this sandwich. I shall put them here. Does that look right to you at all? No. It's an embarrassment. And it's a travesty, and it needs to end. So that's what we're here to do, is to teach the world how to make a proper Italian sandwich and have the phone ring in the middle of this. That's probably that restaurant calling, begging me not to make this video because I'm about to show them up real bad. So first of all, okay, good. First of all, you use bread. You don't use pizza dough or something you called focaccia or something else. You use bread. These are sandwich rolls. These are good sandwich rolls. The bread on this is important. There are four main ingredients to this sandwich. There's the meat. I'll include the cheese with that. There's the veggies. There's the bread. And then there's the technique. That's an ingredient. Trust me. So the bread. It's squishy, it's soft, it doesn't have a hard crust on it. It looks nice, it's kind of a white bread sandwich roll sort of thing. It's a moderate size. It's a good size here. It's not a massive, huge thing. You can get bigger bread. This happens to be a moderately sized thing. Lovely, again, nice bread. It's pliable and soft. We're going to do things to make it super, super yummy. Meats, okay. So if you've been to one of the chain sandwich places that's named for underground metropolitan transportation, or perhaps a fireman started it, you'll get an Italian sandwich that has ham on it. That's because they're cheap. You don't put ham on one of these things, typically. You use Italian meat, and ham is not really an Italian meat. You do stuff with it. The Italians are really, really good with meat. Why not use some of it? Okay. So, you're going to have mortadella, you're going to have capicola, you're going to have soppressata or salami. I like soppressata. Pepperoni is kind of an American thing. That's not really traditional. And the mortadella can be kind of hard to find, can be kind of expensive. A very similar cut of meat is bologna. Believe it or not, a really nice bologna, not the cheap first name is my last name stuff necessarily, but a nicer bologna. It can be used in place. It doesn't have the big chunks of fat in it or the pistachios and different things that a mortadella will have. Not a purist necessarily in that sense. I kind of prefer the bologna personally. If you prefer mortadella, then good. Okay, the other thing is cheese. There are many choices in cheese, except if you're making the sandwich. And then it's provolone. Like that. The other thing that everyone screws up is veggies. Now, you have to use lettuce, onion, tomato, and pepperoncinis. There's a sandwich shop that I was near at, it's called Peanuts, I think it was. It's a good sandwich shop. Anyways, they make it with pickles, diced up pickles, not pickle relish, pickles. It's a sweeter pickle. Sorry, the bread and butter thing. It's really good. You can use dill if you want it, but the bread and butter pickle with this is really good. And then there's the dressing part of it. You have to put some sort of liquid in this. When you've assembled this thing, there's something that goes in it. I like Italian salad dressing because it's easy. This is a really good one. I don't know if you can see the brand name there. Funny. Anyways, you can tell by the shape of the bottle. That's the stuff. There's a little bit left because I drink this stuff. I put it on cereal. It's good. Would explain a lot. Anyways, that's basically what the theory of an Italian sandwich, the hoagie, the submarine. This is what you need to make it. If you have these things, and the lettuce is shredded, as you noticed, it's all important. The size of everything, how it's put together. That's the fourth ingredient, technique. Okay, so the first technique is the buns. You gotta dress the buns. If you put them in just like this, you're gonna get a dry sandwich, it's gonna be gross. So, you gotta butter these things a little bit and put them in the broiler and toast them a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's really good. So I got some soft butter here. Butter this. So this goes into the broiler. Just brown the tips up. I'm gonna go throw this on the tray back here. Some oil. Boom. Sticking this in the oven. Just brown it up, melt the butter in, make it good. As soon as that comes out, we continue on. Okay, so the bread's out of the broiler, and you can see it's just a little toasty around the edges. It's perfect. Its texture, its flavor, it's amazing. But the butter is kind of soaked in, softened up the bread, made it a little bit more rich and delicious. Okay, some mayo. Probably put mayo on. You don't have to, but take a little smear of mayo, not a lot. See? Pretty light. You already got the butter in there. You don't need a ton, but it adds a little something to it. Now the order that you put the meat on is important. So if you're using mortadella, big stuff goes on first, just like this. You don't put it on one side and then fold this over. This is a canoe, okay? This is a flavor canoe. That's the way this works. Okay, so just like that. Make 2 sandwiches, 2 things, 4 slices. There you go. All right, capicola. Have you ever had capicola? Capicola is so good. It's a spicy ham. Oh, it's so delicious. Freaking amazing. And I like a lot of capicola. I'm just trying to figure out if it's really thin. The stuff's shaved pretty thin. So I'm going 2 sides. The ratios of a good sandwich is what is important, okay? That is absolutely key. Mouthfeel ratios, you have to have the right texture, the right consistency, the right everything as this goes. Okay, so there's capicola. Now the sopressata. Sopressata is slightly different than salami in ways that make it so damn yummy. And it's nice and thin right here. So I'm going with, again, 4, putting it down the sides here. But yeah, you see it's got bigger chunks in it, basically. It's a more rustic salami. It's uncured. I don't know what was wrong with it in the first place. They had to cure it. Anyways, it's really good. If you haven't tried sopressata, get it. It's spelled S-O-P-R-A Sada, something like that. Okay, the pepperoni. This is big pepperoni. So I'll put a lot on. If you want it a little bit spicy, you put a little bit of spicy pepperoni. This is a spicy pepperoni right here. Some pepperoni is pretty weak. When you get the more artisan stuff, woo-hoo-hoo, it's got the good stuff. So that's a lot of pepperoni. That's six slices. Okay, so this, as it is, goes in the back under the broiler like this, and you crispy up the meat. You want little crunchy edges on this. I'll show you when it comes back out, but I'm going to put it back under the broiler for a few 30 seconds, less than a minute. Does not take long if your broiler is hot. And this will just start to cup. You'll see what I mean. Okay, let's go to that. Okay, so here's the sandwiches after they came out just for a few seconds. You can see this starting to lift up and cup up the pepperonis there. It's got a little bit of a crust on the edge right there. The soppressata's got a little heat to it. A lot of people don't heat a Italian sandwich. They have it cold. You're missing out. You are missing out on just wonderfulness. Okay, cheese. You gotta have cheese. You gotta have cheese. If you're having the sandwich, do it right. Please do it right. Please do it right. Please do it right. Eat the cheese. If you don't like cheese, well then eat a different sandwich. Anyways, this is going to go back in the oven. Melt the cheese down. Crisp. Okay. Goes back in. That's going under the broiler. It'll only take a second. The cheese is already starting to melt. So when that comes out, we're going to throw this in. Alright folks, look at this. Melty, gooey, bubbly cheese. Proud of these little things. They're amazing. So, getting them off of here is kind of a bit of a dangerous challenge because at the moment, they're hot. And they're oily, they're a little greasy, they're stuck to that. So I'm gonna grab one of these. Okay, interesting thing about aluminum, it dissipates heat incredibly quickly. This just came out of the oven, it's room temperature instantly. Don't worry about touching that. If you've, your whole life, you've been afraid to touch aluminum foil that comes out of the oven, don't be. It's almost instantly cold. Unless you're using the heavy duty stuff, or there's something on it. If there's steam, or some kind of oil, or something like that, it's gonna retain heat, otherwise, not hot. Okay, science, whatever. All right, next thing that's important. The veggies are equally as important as the meat. We have gone to great lengths and expense to create this beautiful meat and cheese sandwich. Let's not it up with the veggies. Iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce is kind of the gold standard for this. You can use other lettuce, but shred it. Don't. Okay. As you see in the other sandwich, they use salad lettuce. It was romaine, and it's cut into strips about yay big, and they put it on. That's great if I was having a salad, but I'm not. I'm having a sandwich. So sandwiches require different lettuce. Okay, so there you go. It's my lettuce rant. Put a little more here. That's a little bit. That's a little too much. Let's steal a little here, put it there. Okay, red onion. Don't use yellow onion, white onion, anything else. Red onion. It's got to be red onion. It's got to be diced up fairly fine. Don't get all crazy with it, but it has to be red onion, and it has to be diced up. Tomatoes. These are Roman tomatoes, as you saw. I'm cutting them up, they're diced up. It's important. Right there. See that? Get your tomatoes in place. It's not a ton of tomatoes. It's good. Okay. You could never have an Italian sandwich without a pepperoncini. If you don't like pepperoncinis, these are diced up really small. A lot of people put them whole. I never understood that because it's like balance of flavor and texture. And if I get one giant bite that's a pepperoncini, well then I'm not tasting everything else. I want to taste everything in every bite. That is balance. Okay, so this is diced up. You have to dice it up. Do not, if you like it whole, put one on the side. Great. But when it goes in the sandwich, dice it up. Sorry, getting angry. There. See? Not a ton. But it's that. And yeah, fingers. Get over it. Alright. If you've come to my house, I promise I'll wash my hands. Pickles. Diced up. Size. Everything is the same size. Nothing is out of balance. It's weird. It's like a recurring theme with me. Okay. So what you do is you just put it in there until it looks like you have this really cool, pretty. I kind of go by eye more than anything else. I have a lot of extra veggies here. But that is what a sandwich is supposed to look like when it's done. Everything is about equal to everything else. And that is an Italian sandwich. Now, if you go to a restaurant or a sandwich shop or something else, they're going to put some sort of vinegar, oil, salad dressing, something like that on it. That's perfectly fine. That's wonderful. And that's what you have to do. This requires it. Some people put salt and pepper. Some people those kinds of things. It's got enough heat in it. It's got enough things. I like this salad dressing. It's tart. It's a little, I don't know, it's different than most Italian salad dressings. So this goes good on this. But I don't put it on here. I put it on the table. So when you grab the sandwich, you put a little on, you eat that half of the sandwich. When you eat the other half, you put a little on, you eat that half of the sandwich. That way it doesn't soak everything and it's not a mess. Not that it doesn't take you like 4 seconds to eat this, because it's amazing. But that is the best way to do that. Now, you put this thing together and look at this. Look at this beautiful thing. You got the, can you see this? Oh, it's delicious. It's amazing. So, cut this in half. Just like that. It's going to go on a plate. These are only the finest. Goes on a plate. This goes on the table. Chips, fries, tots, potato salad, pasta salad, whatever you want to put with that. But this is how an Italian sandwich is supposed to look when it's done. The back is kind of pushing itself out a little bit here. I'll be honest with you, it's breaking apart a little on me. This will be a bit of a handful to eat, but since the meat is done in a U-shaped canoe, everything stays in it. The meat kind of moves out a little bit, but that is how you make an Italian sandwich. If you didn't know, now you do. If you did, well then, hopefully this was entertaining enough to make it worthwhile. But if you run a restaurant or a sandwich shop, maybe you just work there. That is how it's supposed to be done. If you're not doing it that way, you're, I don't want to use the word stupid. I don't want to have to use the word stupid is what I should say. But if you didn't know, shame on you. That's how you make an Italian sandwich. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully the world doesn't screw something else up really bad and make me make another one of these videos like this where I just get really angry. Eat good food, enjoy. Here's your sandwich. There you go. I'm out. Bye.
Hey, you there. Yeah, I'm talking to you, buddy. Did you know that most of the people watching these videos are not subscribed to this channel? You know how much they're missing out on? You can't even hit the notification bell unless you're subscribed. That's crazy. You gotta hit the button. I mean, not that button. No, not that one. That one. There you go. That's the button. All right, hit the bell. Then you're gonna know when the videos come out and all that good stuff. You're gonna love it. But that's all I got for now because hey, gotta go now. Train's coming. See you later. Bye.